Hey, yo. We are back, ladies, gentlemen, theys, thems, people of the everywhere, all over the place. It is I, Jeffanity, the host that stay doing the most, coming back again with another episode of the BadKidzPod. Brought to you with some of my best friends of all time in the universe. Coming at you live, straight into your ear holes. It is the man, the myth, the man who is mostly outside, Nick Bean.
What's good?
And out here, last but certainly not least, ComoSeDiceCruz.
Sirs, ma'ams, everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're all here. We're back once again on another semi-beautiful Sunday, right? It's kind of rainy up by you, Cruz. So not the best of weather.
Yeah, it's mad poopy craps outside. It's been like that every weekend for honestly, the last month and a half. It's been beautiful throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday rolls around and it's just rain and nastiness. And it was hot. It was hot this past. It was gross.
Not you yelling.
Talk about it.
We already won, bro. Cruz is yelling.
It was 80 degrees yesterday. Get me out of here.
That's beautiful, though.
No, it's not. I saw wasps flying around. There was a wasp in my room.
Oh god, nasty, I don't like that. But
all because it's hot. Because they say it's hot, and then not time to go away yet. Nah, get the fuck out of here. It's the end of October.
Yeah, a lot of feelings.
And Connecticut supposed to be the same temperature at the end of October? Is that supposed to happen?
Never.
Is that a bug or a feature?
Not when Yo, remember when we used to have an ozone layer? Life used to be so good.
Yeah, I like
we
that.
We were talking about recycling and shit in school.
I really miss that patch of our reality. After they patched it over. I'm not a fan.
Bro.
So I actually heard that the campaign for the ozone layer, that shit worked. Mm-hmm. The shit actually worked. Like we had been going so hard in ozone layer, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do, mm-hmm. that eventually the hole in the ozone layer closed. And we won that
one. Fuck yeah, we did it.
Yeah, that was I forget the article I was reading, but I heard the same thing. Oh, whatever happened to the ozone layer? We won.
You know what? You know what? We're not fact checking that. We're not. We did it. We won. We beat ozone. Stuck it, big ozone. Eat a dick, big pollutant.
That tab since we're not researching.
Yeah, so we're not gonna fact check that. We need a win.
In the consumption of ozone depleting substances has been achieved globally since 1986.
Come on now,
we did it. In late September of 2022, the Antarctic ozone hole reached its maximum area. That's crazy.
Come on, maximum area.
That's crazy.
Not just any regular amount of area. The utmost of that area, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, okay,
Congrats
so
Congrats
hard pivot.
Humans be going hard.
Hard pivot, because aviation news is one of the cornerstones of this podcast for reasons I don't quite understand, but I absolutely love it. So on Alaska Airlines recently, one of the off-duty co-pilot cockpit motherfuckers. So apparently the way it works up there is there's a main pilot, and then there's a co-pilot, and there's a fucking emergency motherfucker back there, and he's got a separate seat. So old boy was not having a good time. He had a rough 48 hours. He had done some shrooms. He wasn't sleeping. He was hearing things. And up there in the cockpit, and he was like, I'm fucking this whole thing up. I'm pulling levers and shit, trying to shut off the fuel supply to the engines, because this whole motherfucker's got to go down. So they wrestle him down or whatever. And they're like, they land and shit, and they just like hand over the asshole. He's got like 86 charges of attempted manslaughter, like one per person on that plane, and then like another 86 for his other 3 different crimes. And bruh,
crazy,
like
apparently he hadn't slept in 40 hours. He didn't sleep,
and just like,
dog, take a nap.
Like, I don't understand how like y'all are playing games so far in the air, so far. And like your one game impacts everybody else. Now,
you're coming with me.
Before the shelter in place, were people acting up like this in the air and it just wasn't getting to me? Or is this just a new phenomena? What came first? Right?
I feel like people were still wilding in the air. But to catch it now, post like us all being in the house, like because we were all in the house and then we all got on the internet at the same time. We were all kind of like on the internet for an extended period of time. So now if you could catch that shit in the wild once you reemerge back outside, that's like double the internet points
and get the clip. Yeah,
that's
I agree.
People are looking for it. It's almost not safe to be doing weird shit outside because people will catch you on camera. Like, people just pull out the camera and start recording now.
Yep. Yo, I don't know. That right there might be like one of my top news stories of the year. Like in regards to like wacky news. Not the big
I gotta go down the rabbit hole.
Okay, let's go down this rabbit hole.
We're gonna go down a real quick rabbit hole and see if y'all are paying attention.
Okay.
Because recently one of my boys was telling me how excited he was about mushroom chocolate. Right?
Yes.
And then when you go about your day, if you go about a day like I go about my days, I hear about people talking about microdosing. Shrooms, and then like the legalization of shrooms that is happening on the West Coast and how it helps with PTSD and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, there's a news article about this crazy pilot, and they blame it on psychedelic mushrooms. I don't know, man.
Do you know what? I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't know, man.
But like, because
how convenient is that?
I feel you, because
he was like, he didn't sleep for 40 hours, but you're blaming it on mushrooms in the title. Okay, all right.
He had the mushrooms 2 days before this even happened. So I was just like, why even put that in the headline?
Maybe he couldn't sleep because of the. I'm just kidding.
He couldn't sleep because of the fucking devil voices in his head telling him cut the fucking fuel line.
That's how they're gonna spin it. Is that like, the shrooms kept him awake for 40 hours, and that's why you should stay away from drugs. Of this
that's right.
That's how they're gonna spin it. You know it is.
I don't know why I had to bring that up, but I did. I said
no, but it.
Listen, what a coincidence, eh?
You hate to see it, and then once you do start to,
shrooms are actually helping people in controlled environments. Nope, not this Alaskan Airlines pilot. It ain't help him. He needs some milk.
You need some,
bro. Oh my god!
I will say, I'm glad that they stopped him.
Oh yeah, because that would have been a fucking tragedy. Are you kidding me?
Worse headline.
Fucking kidding me? That could have been awful. Yeah, thank God that they stopped him.
Yeah, all that to say, don't fly Alaskan, guys.
It's just not safe to fly. Like, I don't know, if I can't get there by train, I don't think I'm going anymore. Like, it's me and Thomas the Tank Engine till I die.
I was talking to a friend of the show, my cousin Andres. He was in town last week, and he flew up he flew up, and he was talking about how he just doesn't like logically he hates flying just because of the logics behind it. Like, you're a big metal capsule that weighs hundreds of thousands of pounds just coasting through the air. Nah, he's not a fan. I don't mind. I don't care. But like that, yeah, maybe we
Yeah.
should stop flying for a bit. And these huge metal capsules
That's
that are
not
pressurized.
the planes aren't the problem. It's the fucking people on them. Bro, like flying for me, it's not the logistics of the plane, it's the logistics of the business. Like the fact that I missed my connecting flight last time I flew because like we had to wait
Because they
for
oversold.
we had to wait for a flight attendant to become available because they don't have enough to like schedule appropriately.
Was
So
she
we had
running
to
late?
wait. No, so like her plane, like
Oh man, damn.
they had to wait for a flight attendant to finish her flight, arrive at the airport, deplane, and then get herself to the terminal where we were for us to leave. And that caused us to be like an hour late. And that meant I missed my connecting flight. And then I missed the other connecting flight I could have gotten to. And then I was stuck in the airport all day. Yo. And then I have to fly those motherfuckers one more time to New York
Oof.
for a wedding. And I'm over traveling for weddings. I'm putting my foot down because I don't think any of my friends are gonna hear this. So and they're not my real friends if they don't listen to my podcast weekly. So
I know that's right.
True that.
So yeah, I'm not going like this is the last one. Oh, I can't. Unless you do it, you have to start doing destination weddings. You have to go somewhere I also want to go. That's the only way you're gonna get me. Not using these frequent flyer miles to be somewhere where I got to put a coat on.
But the coats are so cool, man.
Take time off of work just to be cold somewhere.
Unless my thighs are out, I cannot travel to do it.
I will not stand for this, yo. Cold is cool. Literally.
Okay. You know what I got to say to that?
I mean, you know what? That's fine. I can take that, but I will take being cold comfortably over fucking sweating my balls off with no AC that's broken for 3 weeks. Fuck that.
There's nothing you can do when it's way too hot.
That's what I'm saying.
You can bundle up when it's cold. I gotta give you that one.
That's what I'm saying.
There's something you can do about the cold when it's hot.
But to each their own. To each their own. Because Denise is the same way. My wife is the same way. She loves the heat. She hates the cold. She loves hot.
So dumb. I like to dress in layers, but like honestly, when it's cold, I'm just like,
It's such a good cheap way to stay warm when it's too cold. But what do you do when you're too hot and you got no AC? You gotta walk around butt ass naked, sweating.
And I did this summer when my AC broke. So
and here you are championing this. Why?
Because sometimes, like other times, it's like, do you want to go outside in fucking 6 feet of snow?
Absolutely.
No,
I love it. Give me my sled.
Like what? Like, do you want to go shovel out your car in the morning? Fucking no.
Nah. See,
right?
So,
like, do you want the city to come plow and fuck up the shoveling you did out of your driveway? I never want to deal with that shit again.
No, that's fine. I can deal with that for weeks because you know why? Guess who's picking up the phone and not going to work? Yo, I can't get out. I gotta be in the house. I can't. All right, see you when I get there. Come on, man.
He's had some time to think about this. He came prepared for this.
I'm just saying.
I don't need a reason to do that though. Like rain, sleet, hail, snow. If I don't want to go,
but all the more reason to.
I hate the snow. I hate the snow. I hate the rain and I hate the sleet. Shout out.
Oh man, good arguments on both sides. We can definitely agree to disagree.
That's fair, yeah.
Yo, I'm in the complete middle of this argument, so this is fun for me to watch. I need y'all to keep talking about this because we need a winner of hot versus cold. We'll kick it out to the people. We'll let them know.
Cold wins
I have respect for cold, but like it's a slippery slope on that side. Like, you know, it's
quite
just
literally.
Like,
I love it.
Don't boo us.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna let the dad joke slide. I gotta call it out. Quite literally. Oh my god.
Oh man. So we were talking about this, this patch of the universe and how we got the ozone back. But like we actually need to talk about like the amount of like patching that is required for games that launch. And because there have just been so many broken ass games that people have been paying $70-$80 for. And they're just like packaged trash. Or even like established games just like, fucking eating shit like halfway through. And it's just like I've had enough. I've had enough. I actually had to like mute all of like the Diablo fucking info that I've been getting because like I just can't with their new season and their promises and their patches and like wow. I bought that game this year and it's over already. Like I stopped playing that shit in July. Like I had a smooth 2 months of fun. Like, is this normal?
So
For
it seems
live
like
service games, it's I don't know, man. It's tricky.
it seems like that's the way the games are being released today. Like they release it in basically the alpha, basically the most playable. Like we just finished it up, we just got this thing online, and we think we can handle 100 people online, 100,000 people online. 100 people per game, 100,000 online. We think we can do this, right?
Right.
And then slowly over the course of a year, 2 years, they just listen to your community at large's feedback. And if it's like Cruz was just saying, the live service model is crazy because you can just update it as you go. You put it out at the bare bones. This is what we think you may want, and then over the course of 2 years, you just tweak it according to how loud everybody is yelling. And because if you think about it, games that released 2 years ago, 3 years ago, No Man's Sky, Battlefield 2076, Fallout 76, Cyberpunk, they're coming up on their 2-year. Okay, we fixed the game according to everything, and now everybody's saying the game is hot. So if you're looking for a game to come out now, i.e. Diablo 4, you're done already. In 2 years, Diablo's gonna listen, and then they're gonna have you could put that on my wallet. I'll make a bet on that. They're gonna have a resurgence. And I think it all started because of Fortnite. Everything is Epic's fault. Because when they dropped Fortnite, it was in beta.
And it was in beta for like 3
it
fucking
was in
years
beta
or something like that.
so long,
Forever,
bro.
dude.
Fortnite was in beta for years.
It was in beta while simultaneously being an esport. That's crazy.
Epic introduced something new. The live service model where you just release the beta and you just kind of update it as time goes on. You see people doing it with music albums.
I see. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna say it.
There's a new way to play, and that is give a little bit, let your fans dictate what happens next.
Now, I hear that, but I don't think that was the case with all of these projects. Because like Cyberpunk, let's like specifically, right? Like that was supposed to be like just a game, like in and of itself, like a big open world game, because that's what they do, which are good regardless of whatever happens. But I think like with that was just like we just gonna get this.
I don't know. I feel.
Go ahead.
They saw everybody else getting away with it, and they're like, let me just try to slide in here with the rest of these. It's not a good model. I don't like it. Not just them, but just like devs in general, just getting away with this. We always say, right, vote with your wallets, but we're also the first ones who are buying this shit day one or pre-ordering.
Right, which is a thing we say we aren't going to do anymore, and then we do anyway. But we didn't do it for any of the fighters. So
no,
we did it. We did it. We're waiting on the sale. We're waiting on the sale.
Still waiting on the sale. Wait on the patch. Wait till they release the stuff that the deluxe edition people got when they release it a year later for a discount.
For this, right? Yeah,
They're just games being released prematurely, music being released prematurely, just because of high demand. Give it to the people while they want it, and don't make them wait. Especially if you can hype them up and fleece them.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they buy your game and it's digital and you can't really take it back, eventually your game will be good. And it seems
what
like it's
is?
happening all the time.
Are there any exceptions to the rule with this?
What do you mean?
Like, is there a game or a developer or an artist that it's okay for them to do this?
The people who did it first.
I would say, and so I think Beyonce had to do something like this for like her Renaissance had to get a remix, remaster, adjustment after it got released because of Khalees. So because artists like just because it's your voice in your song, you don't own that track.
Right.
And so Beyonce got like a sample of Khalees's voice cleared from one of the songs. And Khalees was like, bam, 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 you didn't ask me, bam, bam, bam. And Beyonce was like, it's not up to you. Ask the people who own the song. And they said it's okay. And then she was like, but if that's how you want to do it,
fine.
and then now you've remixed, you've talked yourself off this album. So like if people are just being unnecessary, like fine, fuck out of here.
Don't need these stupid vocals anyway.
Right. So if it's like by request of like somebody else because of like a tremendous feelings and it doesn't necessarily harm the product, then like I guess, right? Even though I hate when people are like overly people pleasy, but like that might be a situation where like fine, it's okay. You can just not be on this.
Beam? Do you think there are exceptions to that rule? Of putting out poop and then going back and trying to fix it after the fact?
So I've been thinking about this for a while. Since we brought it up in the group chat a couple of days ago, and I've been pondering upon it. We saw Kanye West do it in 2016 with The Life of Pablo.
And we didn't even fucking blink. Didn't even blink.
I blinked.
I have an original copy of The Life of Pablo on a hard drive somewhere. And then there are like several other versions of the album that existed as a whole before he went back and then tweaked. I don't remember all the changes right now, but that was the first time we seen it. And then we talk about Fortnite releasing
a beta.
They had a main game called Save the World. It was kind of like a story campaign. Then they realized that PUBG was doing this battle royale game mode, and then they they ripped it off entirely and put it out as a free beta, and then just update it as it goes along and just give the people what they. I feel like it's okay for Kanye West to always go back and fix his shit on the go because he did it, and he did it with Donda. I don't know if y'all watch Donda at all.
Mm-hmm.
He rented out a stadium and he put out videos where he was just mixing the album in real time, and he'd put a song out and then that would just be a leak of the song, and then when it came out it would be completely different. Or Travis Scott got one of Kanye's Donda songs for Utopia. It just changes as it goes. Those are the two exceptions in video games and music for me because they did it first.
Yeah.
And we can also talk about this as like a technology leading to like an evolution of the thing, right? And so that forms of art that do rely on technology as its like main components of the medium, like you can see something change and build over time, and that can be cool, and that can be the new norm. We're just like we could say that we're in the infancy of something that is emerging and new, and of course we may not like it because it's not being done well, because nothing is done well in its infancy, right? So like because you did say like we mentioned No Man's Sky, like they got it together in the end, and like a lot of people are satisfied with playing that game. Like, you know, the people who stayed down, most of them, some of them being ComoSeDiceCruz, right? Fucking loves that game.
Absolutely, it's so much fun. I think before Fortnite or after Fortnite, when was Fortnite out first, or was No Man's Sky out first? I feel like they were out around the same time. But No Man's Sky isn't the exception to the rule at all. Because they're not a live service game. That was like strictly like single player, but it can be multiplayer kind of, and they completely fumbled and misadvertised.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Sean Murray, the head of that dev team, Hello Games. He got fucking ragged for like a year before they were finally turning it around. He got dragged because he lied.
Yeah, I love
right?
when niggas get dragged for lying.
But he also, right, he stood true, and he stuck it out, put out all these free everything since launch that has come out for that game, all the fixes, all the feature ads, all of the everything has all been free to the consumer. So that I can respect. That's why I championed that game for as long as I did. When it came out, and it was not what people were thinking it was going to be. It just wasn't it. It was cool. It was a little different, but it was not what they showed and what they were promising. And then fast forward 2-3 years, however long it's been out, and now, right, like you say, they got it right, and it's one of those rare things where it shouldn't have happened. I feel like any other game that comes out like that now, because of where we are in time, if your game comes out and it's not even halfway decent, they're not going to give you 2 years to fix it. Fuck that. I know I'm not.
Well, Cyberpunk did it. It took them 2 years. They've like, you know, made it into New York's Museum of Failure, but you know, they stayed 10 toes down, and they called in more celebrities, and they fixed it. And I still have yet to reinstall it.
I was gonna say, apparently did you buy the DLC?
I don't think you need to. Well, if there's DLC, no, I don't even have it installed.
Okay, I was gonna say, I think whatever DLC that just dropped, I forgot.
No, there's like a huge new patch that like fixes and adds everything. I think that's free, but like
I don't. The Phantom Liberty
DLC, right?
DLC. Yeah. They added on, and then got Idris Elba to come outside.
They got him to come outside. So from what I'm hearing is with CD Projekt Red did with that patch basically what No Man's Sky did over the years. Didn't take them quite as long, but they did apparently they fixed a bunch of stuff, and like it's actually like a really good, not broken game now.
No, yeah, they said like, yo, this changes so much that it's best to just start over so you can experience the full effects of the patch.
Right, and that spoilers. Just got spoilers.
Who cares?
I think it takes like the DLC takes place like in between where the game starts and finishes. So there's a lot of like meat and chunk and content in there.
I'm gonna get to it one of these days.
Get to it.
I'm having a lot of fun playing fucking Fallout New Vegas right now. Gotcha. I am investing heavily in explosives and science so I can just laser explode motherfuckers from a distance. That's my goal, and I'm very excited to get after that.
Excuse me.
So speaking of Fallout 76 was another controversial as soon as it launched, and has now developed a pretty, you know, gung-ho community after releasing a bunch of updates that the community asked for.
Yep. They had that. They had the companion app too. So it was like on the go or whatever the fuck.
Wait, what was Fallout 76?
Came out 2018. It was a multiplayer Fallout game.
76?
And then they released it. People were just like grifting online. People were hacking. Like it wasn't really.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because they were expecting Fallout 4 and they got that.
Yeah, I got a multiplayer game. It's fully online multiplayer all the time. You have no choice.
Terrible. So an interest. So we talked about all these games and like the, Cruz. I think you said right, release it when people want it, while they want it. But then you have like the new Super Mario Brothers, right? I think it's Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and with that game, there's like just a lot of shit in it, and Nintendo was just like that's just what they focused on. They didn't really give it a real production schedule. Instead, they chased the feeling, right? They wanted that game to feel.
I didn't even know this game was a thing. That is, hats off to Nintendo for dropping on the same day as Spider-Man. Hats off to them. I didn't even know. I'm sorry, I completely interrupted you. You were saying,
now go be impressed. Be impressed. So more people will buy Nintendo shares.
Well, true that. So Super Mario Wonder, damn. No,
Go ahead.
And it did like fucking. It doesn't suck. It did well. I mean, Nintendo doesn't put out crap, but still,
My Pokemon.
That is, well,
they allow Pokemon to drop shit like shit.
Game Freak, and they don't exclusively own. That's not their fault.
There are some
the IP that they
of
exclusively own
not going back for their game, aka Anthem. Sometimes you just drop it and let it go, baby.
That's so bad.
That's who dropped that. It wasn't EA. It was EE. Yeah, no. Well, hats off to Nintendo, man. So you were saying the Super Mario Wonder,
right? It's just like the thing that they were doing with that game was that instead of like trying to worry about timing and all this other shit, they were just like, you know what, just have fun, build shit, but like fill this game up, right? And then we'll worry about like how we want to handle the release. And I'm just like,
awesome.
For why can't more people? And like, I get it. Like Mario is fucking hugest IP for a game, so like, you do anything right with this IP, and it's gonna make its own noise. But I would love to see more people like take that approach, similar to like Elden Ring. Like Elden Ring is a huge ass game. People are still playing it. That people are like still streaming it, and it has yet to drop the DLC. And when the DLC does drop, motherfuckers are gonna lose their minds, and it's gonna be back on like fucking probably like do way better numbers on like Twitch again, which I guess is how we measure games' continued success. But I mean, it's one of the metrics, I guess.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
But it's just like, goddamn, as a gamer, treat me better, especially now that I have this nice computer.
That's so funny. I'm so surprised with Nintendo doing that. So many games got pushed back to get out of Spider-Man's way.
And they stepping on releases.
Down. They know what they got.
I
respect it.
And I feel like the audience overlap is not that steep, and like those people who really care are gonna buy both.
Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing that to my attention.
You're welcome. You're welcome. The things I do for you and for the people.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So let's talk internet. Right? We are people of the internet, have been for a long time. So what has it been like for you existing in like digital spaces? Like, we were there in the beginnings of Facebook when you needed to convince somebody in college to like invite you if you didn't have like a fucking college email yet. The MySpace years, the AIM years. So like, what did it mean for you to like grow up and exist in that digital space?
It's a very complex question.
Something like
the social media of today is a lot different than the social media we had in like 03, 02. God,
to say the least.
Time ago.
Oh, we were just talking about that before we started recording, man.
So AIM, you could still be relatively anonymous, right? And then I feel like the anonymity of it all is the difference. There's a big difference between how I feel now and how I felt when I was like actually running around posting things on the internet. Because
anonymity. Yeah.
When your frontal
when
lobe
shit
is
catches
not
up to you, right?
But I feel like with we're in a special place as millennials specifically because we got to watch the anonymity of like AIM stuff where you can name yourself whatever, and then like MySpace where you can actually post pictures of yourself. And then since nobody was really checking MySpace at the time in terms of like at large, because it was just like, oh, this new thing where kids are like picking their top 8s and their top 12s, and like you got to go to school and you got to see the people that you posted about. So like we learned very quick about like our digital footprint. I don't think anybody older than us or younger than us went through the same thing of, oh, if you post something about somebody online and then you have to see that person, like don't
the
MySpace shit on the internet.
Yeah, you can't be fake on
the MySpace blast page. Let's talk about it.
What it means to exist on the internet as a millennial versus somebody who's older than us from the 80s who don't really get it, somebody younger than us who were born on an iPad. Yeah, we're in a very unique place.
Bro.
The MySpace blast
So
pages.
every community had one. So like let's start there because I've brought this up before, but everyone kind of calls it something different. But so for context, y'all, the MySpace blast page, as we know it, is like it is an anonymously run page. It's kind of like, so for my younger listeners, it's like your spam page, like your spam account. It's anonymously run and is just post the wildest stuff. So like you would like message the person who ran the account information, and you would put somebody on blast, and you would share their picture and whatever rant, emotionally charged rant you wanted. And it usually was because somebody like had cheated on you, morally wronged you to some degree, and this, or the streets just assumed that you were a hoe and they needed to tell other streets and avenues your business. Bro, the last thing you wanted was your face and name on the fucking blast page. And like this is also like the beginning of like shit you do, right? Because you see them in school the next day and it's on site a lot. And like this is the birth of this. The number one thing that gives me anxiety as a teacher now is like most of the drama that exists does not happen in school. It happens online. And it's like, and when you have multiple kids, everybody has a blast page to some degree or like a spam account. But oh man, and like it does teach you to be careful. And for me specifically, MySpace taught me HTML, and I wish I still remembered because I was just always doing fucking layouts. Like if I knew I was sitting on a marketable skill that whole time, life would be so different for me.
Yo, we were so oblivious out here coding at 13 years old. What the fuck?
Just up all night, like fucking failing class because all I care about is like HTML code in poems.
Not too late to pick it back up.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
If tired, drink coffee.
There you go.
God
damn it, Cruz. Yeah. So, man. Cruz, what was it like for you, like in the digital spaces?
You see, well, at least in my angle, we see the reels all the time about how unique, like Beam was saying, how unique our generation was in having, right, the pre-internet and technology era, the birth of it, and then like post, and it used to be we were outside, we're going out playing basketball, riding bikes around the city, playing Pokemon, trading Pokemon cards. And then, right, the internet came about, dial-up, AIM. Oh, fuck, I could talk to the homies after school? Oh, this is great. Boom. And then, I think it was, right, 8th grade-ish, freshman year, MySpace kind of pops.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean, you guys kind of touched on everything already, but I feel like we got used to seeing the next big step in social media until Facebook and Twitter came out, and then it was just that for even until today.
Now,
I feel like we go ahead.
No, finish what you're saying.
So I feel like we got used to seeing the next social media step, and then we got stuck in the Facebook and the Twitter, and then they kind of just built off of that. Still to this day,
I'm still waiting on somebody to build a new Twitter because I can't anymore. Now, where were y'all niggas going in your internet infancy? Like, as you were like, so for me, when I first started, I wasn't fucking around in I wasn't fucking around in chat rooms because that's how you ended up on a fucking Dateline special, right? And I wasn't that adventurous. So like with AOL, you could like they had like games. So like I would just fucking play like chess and checkers against strangers and like talk to them in the little in-game chat or pool. So it was like checkers, chess, and pool, and like try and like talk to strangers and obviously lie about my identity. I was an 18-year-old in California a lot.
Oh man, I was gonna say I feel like if you didn't do that, you were truly an idiot.
Yo, ASL, like I'm not fucking telling you, you loser. Like no one cares that I'm 12.
And that I'm
well, certain people do, and they need to stay away.
They need to stay away. Don't say that you're 12 because they'll be there before you know it.
Right. Fucking kids bopping condoms. Get out of it. What are you doing with that in your truck, sir? Yo, so one of my favorite shows is To Catch a Predator. So like,
yeah, which I hear is coming back.
Yo, shut the fuck up! For real.
What's the host name?
Chris Henderson.
Chris Henderson came back on social media not too long ago. And was like, I'm back, but like not To Catch a Predator. Like me, nigga, me. I'm back. I'm back. I don't know, yo. That's a rabbit hole that we could table for later. But I went down the rabbit hole. What happened to Catch a Predator and why he got taken offline and why his return was so triumphant? I feel like we should come back to that. But
yeah, wait, no, you don't. We have to talk about it right now because I can't live without this information.
Give us a
like another second. Like you have to tell me right
now.
To
Catch a Predator. All right, let me roll back here. The host name. Give me the host name one more time.
Chris Henderson.
Okay, so Chris Hansen. That was him. So
damn, Jeff.
So
sorry.
He had a tenure of about 20. Chris Hansen had a tenure of about 20 years, and I was just casually looking on TikTok, and it came up that he was back, and he had like a commercial, and then I went, why did it get canceled in the first place? And what I come to find out,
it was great TV.
He was absolutely too good at his job, and he was finding so. Here. Can I get my horn? Great. Can I get my horn real quick? So apparently, he was so good at his job that he was finding people of stature, and he was just getting people of high notoriety, and people were taking themselves out. And NBC was like, "We cannot let you keep doing this.
We can't let you
incite low key under wraps. No, we're just gonna like." Stop To Catch a Predator, and this is not a show that needs to be on TV anymore. Yeah, the ratings are, but you are catching people now, and like when you pop up, people are, all right, I got to get the fuck out of here, and like he's like Dexter. Man. He's like the Dexter. He's taking out people who, when you're watching the show, you're like, oh well, maybe okay. Dexter's a serial killer, but look who he's killing, right? You get like one of those things, and then it becomes morally weird to keep. This is what the conspiracy was. Morally weird for you to keep financing this, and then people are taking themselves out after Chris Hansen discovers them. And so when he's coming back and he's producing it all on his own, and he's like funding this with his own money, people are like, just like your reaction. Oh shit, this motherfucker's back. And he was like, yeah, I'm back. Me, that nigga who's been catching these niggas for years. Like, we back.
Right.
Like,
Me and my
consequences be
crew.
damned. Like, you don't have to syndicate me. I don't have to be on a major network. We don't have to deal with none of that. It's me, my nigga. And
my nigga, I'm about to sell plates so I can support his GoFundMe. Like, the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, man. So he's
that, like, me and Jalissa bond over that show. Like, you don't understand. We just be all about it. All about it.
His new show is called Takedown with Chris Hansen on
Let's fucking
on the network
go.
True Blue. I ain't even never
True Blue.
heard of True Blue.
I'm getting it tatted.
Yadded.
Let's fucking go.
Imagine being that fucking good where they're like, all right, yo,
we can't
maybe just chill out a little bit, man. Come on. That's crazy.
That's the conspiracy. That NBC was like, we understand, and our viewers. It's crazy because you don't. I don't know. Maybe some people wish death on other people. I'm a type of person who doesn't wish death on other people. But like when you see these type of things happen, well,
I mean, it's not his fault that this is how they're.
Look at that over there.
It's not his fault that this is how they are, choosing to deal with the reality of their situation.
Basically. But if you're a super corporation,
trying to deal
you
with
let
the
him go
kiddos
because of that? Is he going to fuck up your bottom line eventually? Yeah, if he catches the wrong person. He might fuck up your bottom line.
Not be cutting.
All right, so we're gonna.
I feel like that.
Look, man,
you heard it here first, folks.
And this is why digital footprint is so important because y'all need to stop being nasty online. It's not anonymous anymore. Nasty people need to stop being nasty. Okay. Was listening to the Cameron Mace podcast. They were like, y'all are telling these people in real life that what you do in your own spare time doesn't matter. And that what you do behind closed doors doesn't matter. But if you're trying to be a person of notoriety, what you do behind them doors, when it come out, it absolutely matters. And we need to stop lying to these people and telling them that it don't matter because it absolutely matters. So we to get back to the original question, our digital footprint, we learned if you say something online, you may have to see that person. Some shit may go down if you posting the wrong stuff. Y'all learn HTML code so you could take the top 8 off the profile entirely.
Me.
No drama.
No. So you just learn. And nobody else had that experience because we were kids. And then we realized our phone could take pictures and we could take those pictures and put them online.
Nigga,
come on.
Do you remember the days where you actually needed a digital camera to be popping online?
Yo, do you remember?
Like, I hated that shit so much.
Do you remember walking around with a phone?
No.
And a digital camera. An actual dedicated digital camera.
And a CD player.
That's crazy.
With wired headphones.
Bro.
You gotta hope that CD don't get scratched. You fucked. You gotta go burn another one.
Yeah. God help you. Or go to FYE.
Blew my mind moment when I can burn in MP3s and not individual tracks.
Nigga, and then you went from having 15 tracks to 200 tracks on the CD? My God. My God.
For years, bro.
My God. Yo, and then I showed my mom how to do this just to make every long car ride just that much better. So we just don't have to listen to gospel for 8 hours. Like, put on some Ludacris. Go to track 222.
The whole computer library on a disc.
Yeah. Back it up right now.
And it burnt quicker too than man.
Okay. So y'all niggas never answered my question. So where were y'all niggas at in like the early stages of the internet? So like I was in like the AOL game rooms and shit. Y'all not escaping this shit.
I was actually just about to say this.
Like, were y'all on Newgrounds? Like Newgrounds is another dead site. Like,
yeah.
Fucking what was up?
I'm just gonna say, Jeff, you are adorable. Your internet infancy And what you did in the beginning of the internet is so adorable and cute. And it explains you so much.
Oh my god!
Because where I and I'm sure my dear friend Cruz on the beginning of the internet was not anywhere that an 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old should have been. There was nothing on the internet that I needed to see that I was looking at on a daily basis.
But I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing.
What monsters have I been hanging out with my whole life? What are your demons? Tell me.
Like when the real like heinous memes come across in the group chat, and there are only 2 to 3 people laughing at it, and 2 of those people are me and Wilmer. Like you fucked up. You.
That's when you gotta delete.
Our humor,
and we start talking bands. We start talking temp bands at that point.
Yo,
it's a little bit of brain rot. Like it's a little bit of, I don't know, man. I think brain rot is mostly how I would describe me on the internet now because of the infancy. Like nothing makes sense in my brain. It's all just rotted. Like things to. You know the
unfazed at most things that we should be like reacting to.
Unfazed
is how I would put it.
It's bad, man.
Is that like that's a roundabout answer?
That is a roundabout answer.
Still looking for the direct.
You know what? Maybe it's best I don't know.
Best you don't know. It's best you don't know. In the
internet was a wild,
and it was anonymity,
raw,
which is the whole thing about it. Because when you were on these websites that were showing these things, like when you came across these videos on the internet, I know y'all know 2 Girls, 1 Cup. I'm not gonna say nothing else about it.
Right. Besides that, y'all niggas are nasty. I've still never seen it.
And that good. I'm glad you've never seen it. And
wow,
yo,
so cute.
I remember you were talking to Jalissa about that shit, and she saw that and Spider Bite back to back.
So if you wanted to know where millennials were on the internet 20 years ago, we were watching these things that you shouldn't look up after hearing this.
The funniest thing,
just get on your phone, record whatever you wanted, and post it on the internet. And we were like,
the funniest thing was going on somebody's computer and like leaving meat spin up.
But there was so much more steps to it back then.
Because 10 when meats. Why? We don't. Okay. We're sorry, advertisers. We're never going to get past this conference. We were 10 years old leaving meat spin on people's desktops.
That's fun. Well, I didn't get hit with my first.
You didn't even get hit with one, bro. You did. I was the one placing the trap, bro. It was me. My brain is completely rotted from coming out of my ears because of the internet that I consumed when I was young. There's nothing.
Not you leaving the trap. Not you have activated my trap card.
It's the worst.
Oh
bro.
My god.
There's nothing I can.
Yo, remember hiding?
Because I learned
hiding the fucking like you know how if you could change the link text if you knew what you were doing and just hide blue waffle.
No, I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by that?
I might bring that back.
I've never done anything like that.
Oh my god!
And the greatest thing is you're talking about the ones that hit the mainstream. All the ones you're naming now are like ones that hit the normies. Yeah. Like the ones that me and Cruz know about.
Yeah, I don't want to know the ones you know.
Listen, it's a lot more tempered now, but
thank God.
Beam could speak for Reddit, and I could speak for 4chan. Was a wild.
4chan is a wild. Wild place.
This is getting to the answer of the question, so that's why. Well, I knew this about you.
To answer your question directly, I was on E-Bombs World. Everybody was on E-Bombs World. That was a nice playground, and 4chan speaks for itself. It's a lot more tempered now, but if you do enough digging, you can. Don't do that.
I got it for your own mental health. Don't do that.
And before we talked about it a couple episodes ago, but before YouTube was YouTube, when it was Break, there was a lot of shit on Break that shouldn't have been on there. It was YouTube and Break.com were like at that point in time were like the big video consumption websites, and Break was just
it had everything I wanted as an adolescent. Everything that I wanted was on Break. As a boy going through puberty, as a man with questions about the world of the internet.
Beam was like,
if I ever came across as a know-it-all, it's because I spent entirely too much time on the internet.
Yeah,
I know too much.
Know too much. You know what it was too, man? We had at that point in time, right, 7th, 8th, 9th grade. Something happened when I was 12, and we would come home and just have nothing to do. We'd have nothing but time and the computer, and that's it. Just all the time and a decent internet connection was all we had after school.
That's all you needed.
So, yeah.
Oh god. Now, what about like screen names and like your internet handles? Because I went through so many. I had a digital identity crisis, I want to say, by the month. My favorite internet identity era, certified. I'm getting this shit tattooed one day, is my apathetic allure era. So that was like AIM, most of MySpace. No, I want to say that was like 2006, 2007 was the apathetic allure online era. And I had I remember this goddamn picture that I took on saved to my photo bucket account. Okay.
Photo bucket.
For picture storage. I used my sister's digital camera to take a picture in a Hollister hoodie. It's fucking. And then like I oversaturated it orange. And so it's like 2 colors, and I just like have like cursive text, apathetic allure in like this picture.
Yo, deep fried before deep fried was a thing.
Like inside of my mind, it makes me cringe in the most beautiful way, because I really thought I was him, you know, when I took that picture. But like that was my favorite internet identity.
when you like, can own it and walk it, and you have your whole aesthetic, yeah,
bro,
it's the confidence. You had it, bro.
Bro,
apathetic allure was that nigga.
That was like sophomore, junior year of high school. Fucking goated. What was y'all's? Do y'all have like an internet like period of just like this identity was it for me, or like this was just like a weird internet identity for me?
I do. I can answer last.
Wow.
Because it wasn't as elaborate as that.
All I could say is I was BPT baller before I realized I wasn't going to the league, and then I had to switch it up. I had to let that one go.
Yo, I remember that screen name.
I was BPT baller, but
dropping buckets on everybody in 7th and 8th.
Until I wasn't.
Oh man.
Oh my
Mine
God.
was the initial one. It was Big Boy with an I, BOI.
Nice, classic
for AIM, and then into high school, it became, and it was just for the longest time across everything. It was JDM Coupe 91 because I was so into Hondas. Still am, but I'll never own one again, a Civic. But I was in it. I was out there working on Civics with my brothers, watching them build and take apart and build again. And it was JDM Coupe 91 for fucking ever.
That's hilarious. I mean, that's still... that's hilarious. That's just out here tuning up cars.
Yeah. Damn. So it was just the one. You had the two. The original. Changed it once,
and then that was.
And then you changed. Well, you did change one more time. There was an identity
until
switch.
now.
Past couple years.
Now it's been ComoSeDiceCruz, and that's just what it is.
I like
that's
that.
such a great name.
I like that.
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
Shout out to that particular person that came up with that name. Wow.
Yo, round of applause for him.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you.
How did we
actually?
How did that? I remember I would say ComoSeDice a lot, and I never thought to put it together.
Yeah, I also say it too. So
I had a few.
I guess that's how.
I guess I had a few. I had BPT Baller, and then I had. Well, actually, I'd say my biggest one was Big Nasty, but I think deep inside me, I'll always be Big Nasty. Deep inside, I still have that gamer tag to this day on Xbox.
That's the Smurf account.
That's the Smurf account. When I was, I guess, in the original. Damn, you making me go down the line here. BPT Ball, I had the fresh one.
Oh,
that was my first. That was my first Finsta. I had the BPT Baller, which was the main, and then only the real ones got the fresh one.
That's hilarious.
And then I had probably one of my favorites of all time that I still have is Shang Zula.
I was waiting for that one to pop
up. I always I got Shang Zula from was it Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Maybe. I've seen the show, but like,
and I always got the because they had a rap. The rap was the intro. I'm the take through the Mike Ruler, the old schooler. Yeah, that shit was hard. But I always thought they said Shang Zula. Come to find out, they said Sheikh Zula, but I was the Shang Zula, and then it was mine forever.
Right.
Because now I'm not copyrighted.
Remix.
So
remix
the Shang Zula. That's the
thinking 20 years ahead. I see you over there.
Not gonna catch me slipping. And then my boy Leroy, Mr. Moody, bestowed upon me Nick Beam in high school. That was a nickname that was bestowed upon me. And then I just kind of ran with that one from then on.
Shout out Leroy.
That's my boy.
Friend of the show. Oh, I can't even I don't think we have enough time available to record for me to go through all of mine. Apathetic Lore was a big one.
Was there more than 4?
Oh, there are
man.
More.
Yeah, man. Damn. There's so many.
I was MIA. MIA during those years.
Yeah.
Anonymous.
I went through a lot on the internet. So I'm trying to remember my last one. Then I think I turned into Jeff Ware's HCO, and those are peak Hollister years. And then,
was it now? I would have never guessed.
A walking advertisement, bro.
And they were paying him for that too. That's the funny part.
Yo, I was too young to work there, and then by the time I didn't wear it anymore.
That's hilarious.
And then I got Jeffanity bestowed upon me at arts camp in between junior and senior year. And so that certified tatted on the body on my 18th birthday. So that's my main.
Damn,
stint.
I love that all of our main ones now have been bestowed upon us. That's dope.
As life should be. Although I love giving myself nicknames, especially at work.
I was stuck and I couldn't come up with one. I'm so glad that I had 2 of my brothers help.
We may be onto something here, because while we did have anonymous real estate on the internet, and we were other things and names that weren't our names, now that we've grown up and put ourselves online, we've kind of blended real life and being online, so we're not usernames that don't have our name in it to representations of us on the internet, which is
that's a cool.
Is that something that's for our generation, or the younger generation going online? Because the younger generation is going online with anime profile pics, saying whatever, right? And you got people older than us who take that in the car selfie with the shades on.
But that's come on now, talk to them. Talk to them.
And then here we are, millennials in a weird place where we're grabbing names from real life, putting them online, and then, I feel like we may be the role models of the internet. We probably should be showing people how to age on the internet. I think we're best equipped to do that.
Well, here's the thing about the younger generation, is like, so the thing about like how you develop psychologically in general, right, is that you have to have like rules and boundaries are made up constructs, right? Like these are things society invents to kind of like preserve the status quo, order, safety, blah blah blah. But like you, as you are growing and developing, it is in your nature to try and kick the fence and see where the cracks are. And here's the thing about society right now: there are fucking cracks everywhere. Okay. And it's chaos. It's chaos. All they like there hasn't been real stability over a long period of time for people who are like if you're growing up right now, like you have not really had consistency. There's been a crisis, there's been an issue consistently throughout your existence. So when they like do things matter to them in this time where you are exploring anyway and experimenting with boundaries? No. So now there's even more chaotic energy behind the chaotic energy that is youth, which is crazy. Because it's like there's a lot of feelings of like hopelessness and anxiety just from like how like the world is structured, and like what do you do with that, the internet and your hormones all at once, and no one actually, like your parents can't actually sufficiently teach you how to manage that internet experience and how it influences real life, because like either they're learning for themselves or they're not in it and they can't, or they just don't like talking to you, because a lot of people don't like talking to their kids, I've learned. So it's fucked up, but like all hope is not lost.
I feel like
Question mark.
you are showing us that the hope is not lost, because there is. I feel like the both of y'all, actually, since y'all are adjacent to kids in your own specific way, our 80-year-old senators are not going to be able to pass anything or do anything pertaining to protecting kids online and protecting, or just like you said, showing them how real life and the internet and hormones, honestly, will all converge while you have the internet. Like,
people always forget about that thing about unregulated hormones. Oh my god.
There's a group of people out there who are very well equipped to teach the future generations of how exactly that's going to affect your life. And that's you talking about it with your children. I already know that Cruz's children are going to be internet safe, but also get like the weirdest internet humor of all time. But it'll all be on the up and up, because you have to know the internet before you can teach somebody. You have to know anything before you can teach somebody else.
You know what I'm saying? We rolled those punches to be able to show them how to. Is how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll start getting into positions of power as time goes on, and we'll be able to enact. Time wins every time, my friend. I choose to believe that we'll get there in time. We'll start stepping into just like you do every day. You're talking to these kids, and you'll throw a one-liner or a two-liner to just make them go, huh? Oh, Mr. Jeffanity knows what he's talking about. And that's all it takes, right? You do that to a couple kids a couple times a year, and butterfly effect. So all hope is not lost. We're in a very unique position.
Some of my kids have consistently just started calling me OG.
And that's how you do it.
Instead of Mr., it's just like OG.
That's how you do it.
Hey, OG, how do I do this? What are you talking about for this question? Okay, Caleb, come here. Let me take
Caleb.
Oh
Thank goodness it's Newgrounds online browser game Jeffanity, and not.
Oh my god, dude! Thank goodness.
Yeah,
I have a delicate constitution, and I know that.
It's up to us, boys.
Thank goodness.
Right. So technology related question, but completely tangentially related to like next to nothing. So let's say, right, that we take over, we assume the powers of control, our generation, and the world is kind of fucked beyond measure, and the only resolution is we got to go to space. Would you go? Like, it's secured, you and your family, you're going to space. Would you go, or would you just wait it out on Earth?
I'm out. I will radio y'all back. 4K.
Cruz, you're going to space?
I gotta see who's going first. Because if they're sending like a bunch of fucking idiots and nobodies first, I might want to stay.
Yo, I'm with them. I'm with the idiots. We are out, bro.
I only because like.
Okay, so assume you get like everyone gets to be in a space community where it's like you are in like a community large enough so that you guys can be self-sustaining. So it's not like, everyone kind of has like a purpose and a role. So like people might be dumb, but like they'll be all at least purposeful to your day-to-day survival.
And what's happening back here that we have to like just like
so like
you gotta go.
Essentially it's like either like the Earth is like completely fucked. Like nothing is gonna. There's no reversing the damage we do. It's kind of like within the next few generations. And within the next few generations, like life on Earth is not going to be sustainable for humans. So, are you going to ride it out and just like die on Earth, or are you going to take your chances and go to space type shit? Like Earth time is very limited, but you got at least like let's say 60 to 80 years left on Earth. Or do you ride it out, or do you just fuck off into space because we figured out space travel and how to do it safely?
Do I get a go to space later card?
It'll be harder to go to space later,
but not impossible.
Very hard. You're not the fucking main character of a video game, and you're gonna battle through your family. Like it'll be very hard.
I'll figure it out. I want to see how the first batch does in space. Because I will not be a beta tester for this. Is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You're not gonna give me.
So you would go eventually.
Space travel went gold, y'all. Nah, I'm not sold, bro. Yeah, I will go eventually, just to see what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the nature of my character. I don't usually just go full bore with one thing off rip without knowing anything.
And Beam, you were just fucking meet me at the show.
You said the magic words. You said millennials were in control, and you said we could do it safely. Yes. I have 100% misplaced confidence in our generation. I think that we could do whatever we want. It's just, are we going to? And a lot of us will choose not to.
Therein lies my reluctancy.
A lot of us are choosing to be like, nah. Me, on the other hand, I'm there. I'm helping any way I can.
I'm staying my black ass on the Earth.
Permanent.
Not even going at all.
We barely get on the plane.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing for me personally. Like, life on Earth is...
You're going to miss your connecting shuttle.
You know what? That might be true as well.
Connecting shuttle is crazy.
The thing for me is like, what am I going to do in the face of space racism? Now I got to burn down this whole fucking ship.
Why do you automatically get there on time? Space racism, bro?
Because I've been reading books about space, right? And one of the books I read, well, because like, here's the thing, I was reading this book, right? And so the Earth was gonna get fucked by a comet, and so people had to fucking escape, blah blah blah. And then like this doesn't have anything to do with racism, but more like we're fucked up shit that could happen in space. So a cult took over the spaceship while most of the people were in stasis, like some people were on the spaceship and they knew that they were like their job was to watch the people in stasis until they died, blah blah blah. The ship is mad nice, you could live, blah. But like a cult appears, and so like all these years they're trying to like make themselves like genetically the same and like alter moods and all that shit. And like, I'm not about that shit. Like, nah, like the stress of like any high stakes situation in space would ruin me.
More
Like
than
I
the
would,
stress of imminent death.
I'm
On
okay
Earth?
with that. Niggas die every day. At least I'm on the ground doing shit I know with people I might know and might
All right.
like.
So what? So you say that, right? But what state is the Earth in its dying years? Because it ain't how it looks now. I can tell you that.
I don't care.
What if you could be the
I
head of the
have this,
cult? What if you could be the
but
leader and guide?
why do I need to be in space to do that? Because I could also lead a group of fucking bandits out of my own home. There's no downstairs neighbor right now, and that's where my training facility could be. Bandits, outlaws,
We could be space
something,
bandits,
scavengers,
space outlaws, space scavengers, bro.
Yo, you've been playing too much Starfield, bro.
Now, see, this is the great divide between me and Beam, because this nigga loves space, but I just,
I love space.
It's just too much that I don't trust. And like, maybe if I were better at science and I understood it a little bit better, I would trust it more.
See, here's what you're
like,
not considering. You have a lot of anxiety over space, right? And here,
yes,
if I can ask for my horn again, I'm not really going to ask for my horn again, but here's my horn again. I believe personally that all the crazy and the weird shit about like, you know, space and the all that shit is like actually in our water. That's my conspiracy theory that I love to run with. Like all the alien races and all the freaky stuff and all the UFOs, like all of that stuff is in the core of the Earth underwater. I have no basis. I have no scientific basis. I'm making a complete guess. I am terrified of water. Why you can't go? Why is it when they went all the way down, they just kind of like, zoop? That's because somebody was standing at the water border and was like, "You not going no further."
Yo,
not at the water border.
The water border. There's you telling me
not
that
at the water border.
If you believe,
smoke weed every day.
Yo, pretty much.
If you believe that humans evolved from water animals, it stands to be reason that some niggas didn't go and some niggas stayed behind in the water. All right, y'all not hearing me. We were talking to Jeffanity, who said he would stay behind when the human race wanted to move forward. Stands to reason that there are some smart niggas underwater right now and just building shit. And like, you can't come down here. We don't want y'all land mammals. So, hey, I'm just saying, bro. When it comes to disasters, when the water retakes over the Earth, you gonna be here?
I will be dead by then. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, baby. I'm like, just ride it out. Like, there are just so many examples of just things going wrong. And like, cause then like, so I would Amazon Prime Video, one of their shows, The Expanse, right? Shit goes wrong in their spaceship all the fucking time. The fucking oxygen meter is off, and now you gotta crawl through, and you're fucking dying. You're blue in the face, and like you're fucking, oh no, you spilled all the seed for your hydroponic farm. Now everyone's gonna eat just tomatoes until they fucking vomit all over the place, and then they're looking at you because you're the asshole who fucked up the seeds. And it's just it needs to be too precise. Living in space is a lot like baking, okay? A lot of precision, a lot of measurements, a lot of certainty, and I don't thrive under those conditions. Things got to be a little bit more loosey-goosey for me in particular.
I feel like you are just regurgitating Big Earth propaganda.
I might be.
Big Earth has you bamboozled, okay? Join the space race.
Big Space has.
I heard they're hiring for the Space
Like,
Force.
is that who actually paid for the Scion? Is Big Space?
I'm just saying, bro.
Like, look at Big Space even behind you, bro. Like, look at it. The shameless evidence of Big Space.
Just pure
Fucking
propaganda
ridiculous.
coming
He
out.
looks, he's chilling, bro. He looks so cool.
I'm
Look at
in
him
the space
floating
station.
through, cooling.
Bro, I can't.
Look, man. I'll radio you back.
Read a little bit more science fiction, then come back to me about fucking space. Bro.
I have read science fiction. I got the
More
Master
of it.
Chief on my side, son. We win. We win every time. You not reading the right stuff,
But
bro.
only after he bangs a gray alien.
All right, that was Earth 1675 Master Chief, bro.
Got him.
That was another production by Big Earth. Propaganda. Not the way it happens, guys.
They deviated from the source.
Thank you.
material.
Not a
Thank
smear
you.
campaign on your
Come on
heroes.
now.
Not a. Oh my god. I can't.
So to answer that, I would go after I've had time to witness what happens to the beta testers.
I'm just gonna see how bad it gets
Call
down
me a-
here.
Yo, beta testers went to the moon in 1969, bro.
Yeah, and look
Yeah,
at
and
them.
how'd that go for him? Where are
I
they
feel
doing
like
now?
Neil Armstrong just snuffed somebody for saying we didn't land on the moon. I feel like he's out here standing.
Yo,
on
I actually
business.
feel like
I feel like Neil Armstrong.
I actually think that's true.
Our
They haven't been
heroes
back
are all in
since,
space,
though.
bro. Spacemen, knock your teeth out on Earth.
Send you to the fucking moon.
Yes.
Yeah, but don't let them try to interview while holding a cup and there's gravity next
Yeah.
to them.
Oh my god.
Don't
He
let
just
them do that.
drop it.
So did I tell y'all that one of my students is a conspiracy guy? Okay. And
as we all should be to a certain degree.
right.
I love my
No,
conspiracy.
it's okay to be a skeptic. Okay, but he is a conspiracy guy.
Good.
So I forgot how this all started, but then he very passionately asked me to show him. Oh, I said I was making fun of Kyrie Irving being a flat earther. And he said to me, show me a picture of the sun. And I'm like, I could Google one. Okay. He's like, show me a picture of the sun that's not CGI generated. I'm like, okay, I can show you one. It's the Hubble telescope. And he wasn't having it. And he said to me, I'm like, dog, you really saying this? Like, NASA is down the street, my G. Like, we can't be having this conversation right now. This is not real. And he is just like, fake. All of it's fake, blah, blah, blah. He's like, if you type in the Illuminati backwards into Google, it'll take you to NASA's website. He said that to me with every ounce of confidence in his chest. And I said, okay, my guy, you got it. You got it.
Sure thing, buddy.
I can't. But yeah.
Did you do it? Did you type it in?
I'm just gonna tell myself that that's
I'm
true.
doing it.
No, don't tell me if you do. Don't tell me the outcome because
backwards.
oh my god. But yeah, like just like off rip, he took no time. Just straight said that like it was a real fact. Like, bro, you just made that up because you're combining words that we just.
I gotta close this tab.
Done. He's on the list.
And that's the last we saw of Cruz.
Oh,
Oh,
snap.
now.
Cruz is 40. Cruz is 404.
Damn.
All right, so next question.
I mean, that was
I need.
All right.
I
Go
wish
for
it
it.
was true, because I need. I don't need, but I need the people running the internet of the government to be fucking with these conspiracy theorists a little bit, because it's so easy to
That would
trace
be
back who bought the domain, and like we can find farm to table how that became backwards for NASA or the NSA or whatever the hell it was.
No.
Mhm.
And that's just
We should just do that.
because this is how, the internet works. There's a trail of everything that you do and say, and there's metadata, and everything is logged and linked and timestamped. So even if that were true,
I saw a meme. This is a complete sidebar, but I saw a meme of it was Goku saying no right before he blows up on Namek, and the text was me Googling Alzheimer's symptoms, and all the links were purple.
No.
No. It's a complete sidebar while we're talking about Google and shit, but that shit made me fucking laugh.
All right, so you asked for another question. So, Beam, how's your Naruto watching going?
I'm excited.
So what has happened so far? How do you feel?
How far did you get?
We just lost the 4th Hokage?
Or
the third. Okay. Third. Yes, just lost the 3rd. See, that's how much I care about this stupid anime that's not even cool.
Yeah, sure thing.
No, okay. Sure so some quick little thoughts that I have on Naruto. Naruto is growing on me as a character. Yes, well, right after we lose the 3rd Hokage, we just whooped Gaara's ass, but he didn't die. So that general sense of where I'm at right now. Naruto is growing on me. Sasuke is a little bitch who doesn't deserve any of the recognition that he's getting thus far. He's done nothing. He got his ass whooped in his very first match, and then he's just been in hiding, and he shows up late. The match doesn't happen. He gets his ass whooped by Gaara, and Naruto has to save the day. So I'm 3 seasons in, on season 4. I don't give a shit about the Uchiha clan or anything that has to do with them. Niggas is just talking about you, and you ain't even do nothing yet. All right.
Okay.
So
go off.
Shikamaru, is that
goated?
Is that my boy?
Shikamaru. Yep. Yo, round of applause for him, please.
He held it down. He got our protagonist away.
Can we quickly talk about how he fell asleep and didn't want to wake up while everyone was under that spell?
That's when I knew.
He probably broke it first. He broke it first and he's like, I'm just gonna take it out. That's Jeff. It's Jeff.
I mean, sleep is always the answer.
Just didn't want to get up. Yeah.
What a drag. Can't be bothered.
Bro, not at all.
So yeah, those are just my quick thoughts. I know everything's gonna change. What I usually do, where I can Google a show that I'm watching as I'm going through it, I know not to do that now because Naruto has gone so far in its syndication that I'm immediately going to run into spoilers. So I'm just taking it like, new show. I haven't seen anything online about Shippuden or Boruto. I've been trying to get V to stop asking me questions because she'll make a comment. So yeah, she's watched it, filler and everything. She's watched the whole thing, and she's been asking me to watch it for years. But she does this thing where she'll ask me a question about a character, and by her response, I will just know if the character lives or dies.
That's hilarious.
Just because that's just like
I forget that she and I are the same person.
So you could like, oh, I really like this person. You say, oh, and their story gets so much better. Oh, okay, so now I know they don't die. Just like minor spoilers that I can pick up. But that, I mean, it's fine. It's natural. I'm late. It's my fault. I get it. But I'm just trying to, enjoy it like I don't know anything else about it. And I'm waiting for Sasuke's arc. Hinata, I stand Hinata. Sorry, bro. She be trying. She be trying to change, bro. People can change, bro.
She held it down.
Or whatever. Whatever. I'm
gonna need her to stop owning Naruto's name.
But
but I get it. He's good at what he does. She knows a winner when she sees one.
I guess so.
Sakura, on the other hand.
Cruz, are you watching?
Yeah, that's just...
Sasuke, on the other hand. Yeah, I can see. I'm just going to patiently wait.
Are you watching anything right now, Cruz?
We are waiting impatiently for the final chapter of Attack on Titan.
Same.
Waiting and next week, I think it drops.
I might just start over. and just run it through from the top and actually go through until the end like I thought I was doing 2 fucking years ago.
Yo, I didn't know that when they dropped the first season, it was 4 years before the second one came out.
Bro, being a fan of this show has been very hard.
For me personally, it's been great because I came in at the right time. We binged everything. We watched the whole thing through, and now we're all caught up waiting for the last episode.
Every time they say they're dropping the final season, I get excited. I rewatch the show from the beginning, and it's not the final fucking season.
It's been the final season for the last.
They've done this to me 3 times.
So is this the final season or the final episode?
I don't know.
Damn. We just gotta wait till November 4th.
I don't know. Like this, it better be like a 90-minute episode.
Yeah,
because I think it's the last thing. I think this is the last thing.
Attack on Titan is great. I saw somewhere that Eren Yeager got awarded Best Protagonist while also getting awarded Best Antagonist, which is awesome. I'm trying to think. We're not watching any other animes right now. I know Swordsmith Village arc just came to Netflix dubbed.
Nice.
I know Beam was watching that, so you got a season left, buddy. It's dubbed.
I finished it.
If you were watching it,
I finished Demon Slayer.
Oh, you finished Swordsmith Village arc.
And another thing, I probably should have watched
when you say
Naruto before Demon Slayer. I know because it feel like a lot of Demon Slayer is like I've seen a lot of complete rips, like complete.
It's the
rips and the elements.
I've seen not saying anything extra about it, but I've just noticed that like Naruto being the biggest anime that it is, like on a lot of people's top ones, a lot of the big points of Demon Slayer are like little tiny things in Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It also is it's shonen jump. It's a shonen, so like a lot of it's a genre. That genre right? is boy adventure.
Yeah.
So essentially, you'll see that like those type of things, those tropes and patterns, like across a bunch of different shows.
Yep, I noticed that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of filler in Naruto, and then there wasn't a lot of filler in Demon Slayer. So I'm just like, hurry up.
Yeah. So you watched Swordsmith Village arc?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Yep. So good.
Oh, man, Hino Kame Kagura on these
good,
holes,
bro.
Dude. Love it.
So good.
Love it. So I don't think we're watching any other animes right now. We're just waiting on that was kind of our binge these last few weeks. We're waiting on that. And the other ones that I was watching, I got to go back to it. I think I got like 3 or 4 episodes into Jujutsu Kaisen. I heard that second season's about to drop, or it's dropping.
No, it's almost done.
It's almost done. All right,
the second season is almost done.
I think I'll just wait for them to finish that before I dive back in.
Yeah, and it's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
We're waiting on My Hero to come back whenever the fuck it comes back. I've been reading that manga. I read ahead.
Word. I have not even tried, bro. I have not tried to read that at all. What part?
I didn't. Oh, we're well past where they animated.
Oh, shit. God damn you. I'm proud of you.
I tried to be patient, and I was just like, there was nothing on in terms of anime that we were watching, because we had I think we were still waiting for Demon Slayer to come out.
Mm-hmm.
We had binged and caught up to My Hero.
Yeah, you guys did that with ferocity, and I love it.
Yeah. And another show, it's not an anime, another show that we started watching was Suits.
That's so funny. Genre. The GF just started watching that show, and she's like begrudgingly watching it. She's like, I've committed to it and I need to finish it, but I don't think she's like having a good time. It's very funny.
Oh, we're slow burning it. We'll do like an episode every other day or something like that. And I love it. I love it's not dry humor, but they're very witty, and they're very sarcastic, and they're very quick on their feet with the jokes. It's a show about a kid who becomes a lawyer who didn't pass the bar exam.
Unlike Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Who is going to pass the bar exam. If that's a thing she's still doing, I don't know.
Who knows? I
can't believe y'all niggas are going to space, though. Not to, like, bring that back up, but the big space conspiracy. But, like,
I'll
let you know.
I'm like, wow. Please do.
They got oxygen up there, dude. You're good.
But enough of it? Enough of it.
So you know what, man? Real quick, now that we're talking about oxygen, here's another conspiracy theory that I read, or it may be fact.
Do you want me to get the horn? We're gonna do that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
What do you got?
a couple of years ago, I read or saw or watched or something that basically that oxygen, like to us, is kind of like it's like the ultimate catch-22 / kryptonite for us, because we obviously need it to survive, right? But we only need a small amount of it. Most of the air that we breathe is mostly nitrogen and carbon, and it's like a small percentage of it is oxygen, right?
I still need it.
What does oxygen do to every other thing over time?
Corrodes it?
Oxidizes it.
Oh.
So what is it doing to us over time? Why do you think we get all wrinkled and old and frail over time? Because we've been consuming some. What happens when you have too much oxygen? There's oxygen poison. That shit is crazy to me, because how can it be our kryptonite? How do we need it?
Interesting.
That's crazy.
Same thing with water.
Right.
Mm.
And maybe that's why we don't last as long as we should, because we need oxygen that slowly deteriorates away.
But like maybe we were just destined to be here for a good time, not a long time. What would we do with that extra time? Not like we're like,
our best.
Some of us will do our best. A lot of people don't often do their best.
But the people who are doing their best make up for the people who aren't trying.
Where are y'all niggas getting this optimism from?
Yo, yeah, I was gonna say I'm with you, Jeff, on that one. I can no.
All right.
Damn.
There's too many idiots that I run into on a daily basis. People who drive
around
here.
Right. I'm like,
who ties your shoes in the morning? How are you driving? Yeah.
They Velcro shoes, bro.
Okay. But what about the people that made the car safe enough so that idiots could drive? Y'all don't like think about those people. Y'all haters. That's what it is. Y'all some haters, bro.
Wow.
As a mechanic,
can you believe other humans don't want humans to win? Breaks my heart.
Yeah.
I want the right humans to win. Oh my god, I'm just kidding.
Completely.
That's bait.
Well,
I'll have you know that Jeff brought this upon himself because he didn't want to go to space,
and I still don't.
He's yelling.
So oxygen harms you. Water harms you. The earth can harm you. You know what doesn't harm you? Empty space. Empty space can't do
the deep, dark, airless vacuum of space that will freeze you.
Yo, I was gonna say
beyond your core as soon as you come into interaction with that hole.
You could.
Yeah, that's probably one of its best attributes is that it's nice and cold up there. You know.
There you go.
Just bundle up. Just bundle up.
Y'all niggas is just hanging out with future Pluto, and I don't like it.
It's nice and chilly up there. It's
misogynistic wonderland.
It's better than it being up there hot, sweating, and naked. Yeah, nobody needs that.
I don't know, man.
Sweating. Water at his feet, sweating.
Humid.
I'm gonna be in space.
Not gonna be able to do nothing about it.
That's fine.
Just crying and sweating.
On the ground. with my gravity. Where I belong. Oh man. All right. Anything you guys are looking forward to? Maybe one of us looking forward to something coming up more than the rest of us? Beam, what's your life like coming up? What do you got going on?
You know, man, just keeping it real loosey-goosey for the next couple of months, man. Just, I don't know. I got nothing going on.
The winter months
holidays are coming. Like,
holiday season.
In my real life, not in my real life, in my fake life that makes me money life, like, the busy season is over, so shit's going to start slowing down. So that 40 hours of wasted time a week is going to be more in my favor. So, yeah, we slowing down for the holidays, man. We're still mostly outside. Let's slow down for the holidays.
Amen.
Come on, man.
Some rest.
Yeah. I don't think I'm up to just the holidays. So it's like all of the Friendsgivings, Thanksgivings. Like I just did like a fall party with some of my old coworkers last night. We did my old coworker made this huge ass pot of fucking chili. and not just any chili, a Texas red chili, because there's several kinds of chili. And then I made like baked potatoes for the chili. I made an apple crisp, and then we had like this apple cider bourbon drink. Like, we were lit last night. It was great.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So when me and Beam got a Friendsgiving coming up, doing a Thanksgiving John with the GF for the holidays too.
Nice.
So yeah, we are mostly outside, mostly inside in equal measure. And you, ComoSeDice?
I'm looking forward to greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. No.
You name
It is time for that.
No, but we are looking forward to this little baby boy that's on his way. He will be
Come
here
on now.
probably much sooner than later. He is whooping Denise's ass, bro. He wants out. I know he does. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to being able to spend the time at home on this newly found leave that they give fathers. That's strange and different. I don't know if you could see up here. We have some of his little things
ready and waiting.
Yeah,
nice, man.
Yeah, we had the baby shower last weekend. That was a good time. And yeah, we're just patiently waiting for him to get here. I give him 2 to 3 weeks tops.
That's exciting. Here he comes. Yeah. Let me on it.
Yo, that's how it feels like. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be in there any longer. But he's gotta bake a little more.
Feel you. Family is excited and ready and waiting, and
everyone's excited, man. Everyone's excited. Denise is excited. She's tired of being pregnant already. I'm excited. Like I was saying, I'll be able to get to spend the time home. This is the first time I didn't get to do that with Kaylee or Layla because that wasn't a fucking thing.
Should always have been.
But here we are on the proper side of glory, being able to do things for our fams.
Yeah,
love to see it. All right, ladies, gentlemen, theys, thems, everybody of the internet and the interverse. It is your boy Jeffanity, the host that stay doing the most, bringing you another beautiful episode of BadKidzPod, joined by Nick Beam, ComoSeDiceCruz, and together we are your favorite rapper, your favorite streamer, your favorite everything in betweener, and we out. Keep it funky, keep it fresh. Until next time, y'all. Oh wait, we got to do our outro. I don't know which one that is though. That's fine.
Push the button.
Powered by Riverside.
Bad Kids Podcast. Brought to you by Jeffanity, Nick Beam, and ComoSeDiceCruz. Come visit us on BadKidzPod.
BadKidzPod.com.
There we go.
All right, we out for real, y'all.